In this video, we're going to take a look at what's going on approximately 7 days after adding the second box. I think it was the day after I came out and put a 1-gallon pail feeder on, and I'm not sure you can tell, but these pail feeders, on this particular colony anyways, is completely empty, so they've sucked down a gallon of food. And the reason why I've added the pail feeder is because I needed to have them start drawing comb, because I've got 4 frames of foundation in the middle, and then if you'll remember, I have 3 frames on each side that is foundation only. Today's a very nice day. It's really windy out though, and I'm having a hard time keeping things from blowing away. So as I take the lid off, I always just take a quick glance to see a queen, and I always set the inner cover in front of the entrance so the bees can start crawling their way back in if they choose to. One of the things I always do is, if you use a beetle blaster, is to smash along that top edge in case there's beetles underneath and not inside of it. And so you can see the bees have already started to pile up on those first 4 frames. I can tell already they most likely have laid eggs in there just because of the amount of bees that have come up inside of there. And that's what you would expect. So as we look at this first frame, I'm not seeing any eggs on that side yet. They seem to be mostly consuming the honey on that side. On the other side, I think I saw just a little small pocket of eggs. So that's good. They're working that frame. Now on the second frame, I'm seeing a lot more eggs on this frame, and I can tell the queen has come up and she's really aggressively laid. In fact, there is the queen, and so I try to get a little closer shot here for you. That's a Carniolan queen that I purchased last summer, and she's doing extremely well. And you'll find that your first year, second summer queens that go over winter are pretty aggressive layers in the spring. At least mine are. So as I open this third frame here and take a look, again, more eggs. I think this particular frame was full of mostly eggs. I'm trying to get a view there for you of some eggs. They're kind of hard to see, but this frame, she had just pretty much laid the whole frame up with eggs. And so again, this will be, when these 4 frames start to get capped, I will take them out and put them into a split and then reload this for her to come up and lay up again. And that's part of my swarming prevention. Now here you can see there's a good picture of some larvae. It's got some nice white royal jelly in there, and you can see the larva looks healthy. They're obviously bringing in a ton of maple pollen right now, so they don't lack for protein. They just need a little bit of nectar to get them started on drawing out comb. Now here's a frame if you're wondering. I've got blue on these frames because they all have a square cutout in them to provide a queen cage. And so this is an example. When you feed them some sugar water, they've in just a week's time already started to draw out this frame. And you can see they've filled in that center cutout already on this frame, and hopefully they'll be able to do that to all of them. And I'll pull out one of those frames here to show you what that is, and it's just a cutout. And I believe they're called Italian queen cages, but they snap in there and you cage the queen, and the workers can come in and out of that cavity, but the queen is caged. And that's something I'm going to do for varroa control. And I'll talk more about that later on, but that's basically where we're at. So these are coming along nicely in a week's time. I'll come back next week and probably start thinking about pulling some brood out of these and going through the bottom box too and making sure that everything looks good. Not sure what we're going to do in the next video. I think I'm getting very close to selling some nucleus colonies, so we might film some of that, or I might show what I'm doing to some of the smaller singles coming out of winter. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.